Hey, what do you know? It's RobotnikIsSexy, and this is a delightful little underused match I had with my good friend Mike, also known as Hydrian21, this morning at the college. Before class, actually, so, yeah. It is an underused match, and as you can see, we are using underused Pokemons, and, yeah, it's a very good match. This is actually the second match that we had, and we both felt that it was the strongest of the two. So I'm going to report on this one because you can't save more than one battle video because this game kind of sucks sometimes. Turn 1, uses Thunderbolt, gets the lucky paralysis, but my synchronize ability bounces the paralysis onto Raikou, which means Raikou is pretty much useless. Luckily I do not get fully paralyzed and I get to launch my Stealth Rocks. Now he uses Substitute, but I go into my Water Absorb Quagsire, who has been used in a couple of my videos in the past, and he is nicknamed after Speed, who I actually got the set from in like his 4th or 5th ever like platinum Pokemon video. He had a Quagsire similar to this one who he said could wall Gyarados in 4th gen, and he even drew a little MS Paint Quagsire, and I might even look for it and try to put a link in the description because I thought it was good. Anyway, Raikou's dead. I guess my friend Mike didn't feel a need to save Raikou since a paralyzed Raikou is pretty much worthless. Luckily, because I have a +1 defense thanks to Curse, I can take these hits pretty well, live with 69 HP, which is a sign. So, I'm gonna take him out with a +1 Earthquake, and things are really looking good. I've taken out 2 of his Mons, and I think I have all of mine. Mew is paralyzed, but that's okay, as long as he gets rocks up. Most of his job is finished. Predict the Dragon Pulse, actually, and go into Pinkie Pie knowing that I can take it fairly well. Goes into Slow Brony, I use Acrobatics, the Flying Gem activates, and it does okay damage. I mean, with rocks combined, I bring him down to yellow. Miss Super Fang, which is really odd, and goes for the Scald, does not get the burn. Unfortunately for him, I have the Roost, which means that I am going to heal up. And he Ice Beams on my Roost, which means it's not super effective, so I see no reason why I should not just continue roosting, and that's what I do. So Pinkie Pie, really pulling her weight around here in this team. Goes for a Scald again, and unfortunately he is without the burn, which kind of happens. Get the Super Fang off. What I want to do, I want to Death Fodder Pinkie Pie, which I know sounds terrible, because Pinkie Pie is just the best pony ever. But I want to Death Fodder it so I can get a free switch into some other guy. We'll see in a second here. So I taunt him just to make sure he can't use Slack Off, and to make sure that, yeah, that'll take me out. Predict a switch, but oddly he stays in and breaks my Substitute. I was really thinking he would want to preserve the health of his Slow Brony and switch out into something else, which would allow me to substitute for free, but my prediction was off, and he just leaves Slow Brony in to die, which is kind of an odd move, I would say. Makes a huge over-prediction. Predicts me to switch into Cobalion to take the Night Slash, but honestly, my thought process was I wanted to stay in and scout to see what kind of Heracross it was. I actually predicted a Pursuit, which is why I didn't switch out. and I wasn't sure if it was scarfed or not, but it definitely was. And that really plays out to my favor because he's locked into a fighting move, which of course is useless against a ghost type. Goes into Twilight Sparkle, and this is a very, very powerful magical pony who is very threatening. But I do get Tenacity Plot and a Shadow Ball, and it does a very good amount of damage, but not nearly enough to take it out in one shot, which is really what I'm going for. Predict the Hydro Pump nicely and go to Water Absorb Spade, and I get healed. And yeah, definitely think Dragon Pulse is coming. Stay in. I should have used Recover here to you know, get my health. But I wanted this thing dead at all costs, so yeah, I just keep on attacking when I should have used Recover. But it actually works out in my favor accidentally for Quagsire to faint that way because the rain ends, and that means Voodoo Daddy can outspeed on that turn. He decides to just leave him in there, and he finally goes for the Night Slash now, and that's definitely a one-hit KO, but, you know, I don't want anything else to take it, so Miss Magius goes down. Now I go into Rudolph, knowing that he has to switch, and I, what do I go for, a Flash Cannon? Yeah, kind of another weird move. I mean, it didn't really matter that much, since he's taking heavy Stealth Arc damage, and I know that I can outspeed, so I just felt that Flash Cannon was the safest move. Go for Focus Blast, but predictably Focus misses, but from taking me out, he almost kills himself, and the plan is soak up a Choice Banded Flare Blitz, which Mew can actually do nicely. Not even at full health I can take one, and I just roost off the damage, and yeah, really, really nice. Really glad I didn't get fully paralyzed. So, yeah, Arcanine kills himself. I get almost all my health back. Goes into Mara the Heracross. Unfortunately for him, Megahorn misses, which is some bad luck there. But my Mew transforms into a Heracross, but now he's trapped into using Megahorn, and now that I'm paralyzed, I have Guts Boost too. And I finish the match with his own Heracross, and that is the match, YouTube.